Hello, angels. I'm Miss Quiet Queen, and welcome back to the Quiet Queen Project. Well, today I have a bit of a cold, so I do apologize for that. I am doing a word to the wise. I promise you that I will do it every week, and I'm going to put them up regardless to how I feel because there's a message in that too. Um, okay. So they're supposed to be less than 10 minutes, and I think I'm going to bring you two today. The first one is very important, and the second one piggybacks off the first one. And the first one is your mistakes don't define you. You. hmm You always think you make a lot of mistakes. Why do I keep doing that? Or somebody is always pointing out what you did wrong. Don't let that define you. That does not define you, who you are. The perfect you is just that, the perfect you. Right now, you are mostly in contact with the physical you. But your mistakes do not define who you are. Your mistakes help define who you are. Does that make sense? When you make mistakes, what's supposed to happen after you make the mistake? You don't crawl under a rock and have a pity party. You learn from it. Which brings us to our second word to the wise phrase, which is don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. That's the reason why I've had so many times that I went through trying to get my website up, and you all have been there with me. Some of you have been there with me right from the beginning. People will help and then they'll stop, or I'll try to do it on my own, and I'm not really that good at it, and then I'll stop because I want it to be professional and look good. But I'm not going to stop trying. I do appreciate those of you sticking by me. Some people have gave up on me because it just wasn't professional for whatever reason, and I'm okay with that. Um, but I just want you to know when you're working on yourself, please understand that other people are working on themselves. And if we just give each other the benefit of the doubt and stop being so picky and looking for perfection, because perfection is not necessary. Did you know? I'm going to tell you a big secret. Let me tell you this first, and I'm going to tell you a big secret. Strive for progress and not perfection. That was a perfect segue for me to say that word to the wise. And a big secret is, are you ready for it? Don't get mad at me. God ain't perfect. What did she say? Yeah, I said it. God is not perfect. He's the God source that we come from. Um, is perfect in love, but not perfect in knowledge. Now, this is what I mean. Now, what God source knows and understands and encompasses, God source is perfect. He, she is perfect in that. But God source constantly wants to learn because I've told y'all that this is like God source, okay? And we are like strands coming from God source, okay? And sometimes we forget we are all part of God's source. We're like billions and billions of strands coming from God's source, and each strand represents a person. Each strand represents a person like you and I, and it also represents a personality of God. We are all personalities of God. Come on now. All right? So each personality, when it incarnates here in this physical world, is ready to make an experience. Why? Because it doesn't know. Y'all follow what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm gonna leave that alone. If you guys want to know more about that particular topic, leave a comment and rate this video. And I'll do my very best to get that on for you, okay? All right, thank you so much for listening to the Words of the Wise and Miss Quiet Queen, and I'm out. Stay in the light, angels.